by John L. Davis. You saw Colin Murray Boyles was there as a help defender, but he had to get back out to his man, and Davis waited and then went to the basket as a result of that rotation.
Arkansas's won 4 of its last 5. The only loss was to South Carolina. They had a thrilling one-point win over Mississippi State. Last 5 games, John Calipari has been on them to drive the ball more. Davis a corner 3. Murray Boyles the rebound and a quick push ahead. Thomas. And that's going to be a goaltend in Brazil. Game that he is missing with a knee injury. There's no timetable for his return, yet they are playing good basketball even without him and Boogie Fland.
Well, other guys are able to step up into different roles. With Thero on the floor, they might have a different role, but now they have to look to score a little bit more, and they're clearly capable. Good fake.
Thomas will knock down the 3, the 5th of the game.
Davis put on.
Both he and DJ Wagner, when they put their mind to getting somewhere, they got a pretty good chance to get there. Jacoby Wright. Now Jamarii Thomas with the shot clock under 10. Gets to the rim and lays it in.
What terrific. Miak when he played at Norfolk State. Also on the all-defensive team.
Richmond no. Rebound Murray Boyles.
How about that board? And playing through pain.
Thomas got it, and South Carolina. And if you're into mock drafts, you'll see his name in the first round. Sometimes you'll see him up in the late lottery. That's how highly that people think of Colin Murray Boyles.
He did a really good job defensively to stay in front.
Boy, I mean, Thomas is going.
We haven't had a break in a while. Whistle.
Got to keep your hands up, Murray Boyles. And the reason you keep your hands up, Dave, he's such a terrific passer.
That 3 on the way. It's good. Finally, South Carolina. Half of the season has been just fantastic.
Last week, one of the national players of the week.
That one swatted out of there. Another opportunity for South Carolina.
Man, that was a heck of a block.
It was. Ugasuk, again, wide open. Thomas got it. That's a 3.
You know, to take him even a half a second to get that off.
Jazz Lanier now with his first 3-pointer, 103 of those on the year. Little runner in the lane. That is just the Ziegler. 4 on the shot clock. Meshack, good ball fake. That one's off the mark. Might have been partially touched by Thomas. 27-25. Thomas for 3 gives South Carolina a lead. Boy, Zakai just can't get it to go. 0 for 2 at the line, 0 for 2 from the field. Thomas. Here's Jacoby Wright back to Thomas. Gets an open look. Got it.
70% chance to be in the field of 68 with a win in this game tonight. That percentage goes down to 47% if they do not get it done. Deep 3. Buried it. Thomas finds Asa Newell. His 3 won't go. Jamarii in among the trees trying to come down with a rebound. And it's Thomas that clears it with the strong board.
Good stop there by the Gamecocks.
He's feeling it.
Both teams have been one and done on the glass. Good job by both defenses in that respect. Skip pass to Ugasuk from Thomas. He'll get it back. Another 3. Gamecocks with as many 3s.
They went to Florida and really dominated the Gators, who are right now a number 1 or 2 seed, and they also beat Alabama in this building, a projected number 1 seed. Missouri's got high hopes when March happens.
Thomas connects from downtown. Difference there. Oh, Cruz was active on the baseline, tapped it in. Jacob Cruz with 8, averages 5 a game, so that's some nice contributions there from your bench players in the first. Jamarii Thomas draws the foul. Tap. Look out, here's Mitchell. 52 now, 6 seconds on the clock. Thomas eyes up, checks the timer with 2, puts it up, that rolls through, and that could be maybe a very important one for South Carolina fans. It's not quite a warm reception. to return to the place where he started his college career. Thomas gets it back and somehow spins it back in. That was Perkins to remain in contention as well, to be on the one line.
And we've seen Tennessee. If Tennessee scores the ball like they can, they're a one type.
I'm speechless. Turnover. Murray Boyles against Kent. No foul. Outside to Thomas. Count it.
You know, we talked about this earlier. Do on that back line against
Former Kentucky Wildcat as Thomas hangs and hits Jamarii.
a lot of credit for that, and that's why he's in the starting lineup. He does a really good job of passing the ball and setting up the bigs. Mike, it's an easy game. The more the ball touches the paint, the more success you're going to have offensively. Strength guys, you got nutritionists and all like that. You just got to step it up with the physicality and match it.
Thomas again.
When you start complaining about guys getting pushed, the guys use that as a bailout. So
right.
I never like to see that.
You're naturally tough.
Well, you go and try to recruit tough guys.
Shy Bailey.
This LSU team seems really comfortable with the spacing and the spread offense. They're not rushing their shots. They're getting in the paint. They're not taking bad shots in the paint.
Three, nice response by Jamarii.
They've had easy looks, and they made them more difficult tonight than what they needed to.
Thomas wants a ball screen. Pringle gives it to him. Thomas sets up the three. Jamarii. LSU, not only were they a lot of Louisiana kids,
Baton Rouge.
half of them were from Baton Rouge. You didn't have to go far at all. And Coach Brady, who's now the radio analyst for the
side of it, I think there's a real connect between the coaching staff and the players there. Bruce Pearl is unbelievable. I've known
the rebound for Collins. Hanging and missing Jordan Sears. If he made that bucket, that would have been 2,000 career points. Thomas, he is by far and away been the.
He kind of had a hand up, but he's thinking he's not going to shoot it.
That will stop a 17-3 run by the Gamecocks. Lead down to 2, and Thomas makes it 4.
Why his
in January in Columbia, trailing by 14 late. Here tonight, it's been the Houck and Aberdeen show. Euro step for Thomas.
It's been good.
We saw him the SEC Tournament Championship last March. We are underway in Gainesville. Gamecocks and the road Garnet Unis, Florida and the home whites here at the O-Dome.
Obviously, South Carolina's not won a game. They need to get off to a great start, shoot the ball well, especially on the road.
Colin Murray Boyles getting worked on by the athletic training staff, as you saw a few moments ago. It's a 10-point game. Barnes can't hit it. South Carolina on the move. You know, they have been about 8, 9, 10 points away for a long time. Thomas, step back three.
Ice in his veins. I've seen him do that so many times. He is such a competitor and a leader.
No doubt the most competitive guy on this roster. Thomas trying to answer. Thomas!
Not a lot of resistance and sticks it in. Again, Ole Miss, I'm not sure if this is a zone or if they're just taking the first cutter and then playing man.
South Carolina hasn't led since the opening minutes of this game. No longer.
Five on the shot clock as Thomas takes a peek. Now at 3. Hits a little space and somehow gets it to go over call.
Defensive team. He's rough. He's rugged. He likes the contact and doesn't shy away from it.
Well, Lamont Paris also admitted to us they've tweaked the offense as Thomas strains the 3. They're trying to get the ball in natural, playing off the ball, as Robinson had to have a lot of the point guard duties with the injuries. Murray Boyles playing through the contact. Thomas, the defender on his hip, and he finishes.
We're going to have opportunities, and they've done that so far, just haven't been able to knock them through.
Outstanding defense for Colin Murray Boyles on Coleman that time. And the fadeaway comes up short. Six minutes in. Still a chaotic start. Still waiting for that under 16 first media timeout. Thomas drains a three. Point game and win for Porter Moser's team. 3 on the shot clock. The 3 by Garcia's off the mark. The Gamecocks in search of their first lead. Jordan Butler has checked in for the first time. Thomas a Euro. What hectic possession.
Incredible defense.
Nearly had it stolen. Now it's Thomas. Come on. Sometimes
shows off his athleticism.
All right, so I asked you about Buzz Williams' defense.
Okay.
What's the counterpunch for Lamont Paris trying to give Colin Murray Boyles or Pringle a look down the post? And CMB just checked out, by the way.
Well, I think the big thing is you have to be decisive. And if you hold the ball a half second too long, this Aggie defense is so quick in getting to their spots, you're only going to be open for half a second. So things like this where you're hesitating, they're just going to push you out further towards half court, and it makes it really difficult.
5 on the timer. There's Thomas for 3. Splashes that one home. Garcia to Payne. And the Aggies respond again, keeping South Carolina at arm's length.
Oh, can't do that. Ugasuk has played well here in the second half, and they've needed somebody to knock down some shots. 3 threes here in the second part of this game.
Thomas penetrating, finishing strong at the rim.
I'm Coach Mike White. I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable right now because South Carolina got off to such a rocky start, and they're only down by 2 possessions. And Mike White, I like he's showing a little pressure right now.
South Carolina crawling.
Mindsets here. For Georgia, you don't want to give the Gamecocks any life. You want to make sure you not only keep this a double-digit lead, but try to extend that lead. You even want to win the second half. For South Carolina, you want to chip away in 4-minute segments and see if you can get this lead down to single digits by the time you get to the, say, 10 or 11-minute mark.
And that lead, LeFew thought about the logo 3, takes it, and it's off to the right.
Nice rebound that time by Pringle. See if they can get some push here for the Gamecocks.
Thomas with the step-back 3. Back-to-back threes. Said about left-handers. I could speak for all Southpaws when I say, we agree with you, Damian Fishback. Here's Jamarii Thomas. He's provided most of the offense tonight for South Carolina. Ugasuk. Out to Thomas for 3, and he's got it.
Yeah, Asa Newell wasn't here last year, though. Big difference.
Thomas turns the corner, got partially blocked. No.
Into 1-possession game, beat Oklahoma, and we had a chance with 16 turnovers.
They average 14 turns a game. They only have 12 tonight, so be thankful for that. That was a circus.
Mention those rake wins by Mississippi State, Pittsburgh, Memphis. And off the steal, inside Thomas. 1 possession.
Trying to keep the ball out of the paint and doubling the ball whenever they can.
And another steal by Thomas. Goaltending, count the bucket, tied at 14. Clean block of the rim, 3 to shoot. Jones off the mark, Murray Boyles clears. And now Thomas, the floater.
Carolina handles it.
Still a lot of time left in this game. Gamecocks had a chance to make it a 1-possession game before that 3-pointer by Harris moments ago. Thomas has been the engine of this Carolina offense so far. Inside out, back to Conyers. Got 5 on the shot clock. Thomas is left wide open. Banks in a 3 from the top of the key.
To get out and run.
Stevenson back the other way. Can't get the layup to go.
Thomas gets a screen from Pringle and buries the three.
This is a ref at Shaq. That's saying greatness is on the horizon for you. This is another person that's great.
Thomas,
baby, letting it fly.
Mark Sears up to 16 points here in the first half, and he is 4 out of 4 from behind the arc.
And the only shot he missed was when him trying to go down there and be a big man in the post.
Well, that's a tough shot from Jamarii.
Pass, everyone can dribble, everyone can shoot when it comes to Alabama. Even the big red dog, Big Cliff, he knew what to do right there.
Thomas goes inside.
I'll let you sit if you can't do what I asked you to do, as Holloway gives him the teardrop.
Aiden Holloway up to 6 now. Here's Thomas. How about that shot?
Soft right there. Back.
Jacoby trying to split some defenders, can't get it to go, but there is Thomas for the foul.
Yeah, that was too easy.
Cameron Matthews, by the way, the Swiss Army knife, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. It's your typical day at the office as Thomas.
4 points here. We'll come back and talk this, but
good dangerous pass to steal. And Thomas throws it down with 2 hands.
full court man-to-man press here. Pressure again with the blue holes. They're not really going after the steals in their full court. They just want to use it as a token to take some time off the clock. And then from half court, it's all about pressure by position. You've got pressure on the ball, and then everybody else has got to rotate into position for play.
They left him, went underneath. 16 in the second half. There's Mincy trying to go to work, turning away from a defense off the mark.
Good defense there by Zach Davis.
Thomas spinning, rising, finishes off the wing. Close this one out, up 11.
South Carolina has come into their own down the stretch with their defense.
Thomas spinning, give him the bucket plus the foul.
Transfer from Wyoming. Did not play last year. Studi, back iron. Offensive rebound for Jacoby Wright. Pringle kicks it out to Thomas. Loss. 1 second. And he won't go. Solid defensive possession for the Gamecocks. Wright's double teamed. An open look for Jamarii Thomas. That's good.
Yet this team gels so well.
Murray Boyles won't go. It's tapped out to Wright. Jamarii Thomas will try it again.
The 7-footer Jordan Butler's in for the Gamecocks.
Missouri transfer. Native of Malden, South Carolina. Thomas gets downhill and finishes. Per game. A lot of three-point shooting right now on the floor for South Carolina. Thomas will take it and hits.
But that's what I'm talking about, Chase Hunter. He needs to attack.
First bucket of the night for Clemson's leading scorer. At over 16 points per game this season. Thomas from 16. Well, that was smooth with a mid-range. 4 to shoot. Open look for Thomas. He'll get it back. Thomas hung in the air forever and connects.
Side at 4. It was a great slip action from Gregory there, setting the screen and then releasing as quickly as he noticed that his defender went with the high man.
Jacoby Wright slips his way inside, kicks it out. Thomas for 3. That's good.
Big 3.
South Carolina sharing the ball well. 12 made field goals, 9 assists. They lead by 11, now 14 on the three from Jamarii.
A lot of plays set for him. And so he's just getting his shots throughout the scope of the offense. It's a dead possession. Somebody falls, he gets open, he makes the shot. He's just making the shots he's supposed to make within basketball plays.
When he gets them and he's open, he makes them.
Yeah.
Jamarii Thomas, spin move.
Does such a good job of using his shoulders to create space. When he got to that spin move, he created a little bit of distance where he could hit that spin, get his 1-2, and finish with the left.
Miss on the other end from Garcia. Thomas trying to back down Gregory. He's so quick, again converts off the
recovery from Woodard.
Woodard at 8 points and 7 rebounds on Tuesday against UNC Wilmington. An open look for Thomas. To Felton.
And that's the special thing about ECU's flow offense there. There's always options and adjustments based on what the defense is giving you and how they're playing you.
Thomas. Feeling it for South Carolina. Similar styles going head to head.
And that's what I talked about. It's going to have to be schematic adjustments throughout the game to figure out where you can find your openings.
Thomas gets the roll. That's his 6th. South Carolina's last lead was 4-2 early in the first half. Looking for the lead here. Thomas the pull-up. 6 games with 20+. Including season high 27 against George Mason, 25 against Coastal. So extremely rare off night, John, for Felton.
Absolutely, and the thing is that because it's such a rare occurrence, I mean, everybody knew it because of what he's been able to bring to the table for ECU for years.
Another 3 for South Carolina will look to build on a 10-point lead with 10 minutes to go. Davis. Ugasuk. Check by Walker. Kicks it to Thomas. Oh, it was another one. Thomas. Again.
Good ball handling by Kelly with the fadeaway. Pringle industrious off the glass. Thomas. A C open for him, didn't it? C for playing throughout this ballgame.
Well, again, this is something coach is looking for. Obviously, game clearly in hand for South Carolina.
Right.
But if you're Earl Grant, you're looking at this tape. Who's going to continue to try to fight?
They're fighting still.
Poteet. Too strong. Pringle, good defense, and here come the Gamecocks.
One part of his game he's got to realize is just go straight up. You know, you got that little hitch in there, it throws your timing off. You did everything you're supposed to do getting into position. Make it easy on yourself.
Skip pass across. And there's a 3-ball, and it's good. Jamarii.
Got to move when your guy's stuck down in the post.
Studi, 3, no. Pringle offensive rebound for a fresh 20. There's Thomas for 3. Got it.
Pringle back on stir.
Posted 3-second instead. Shot no good. 4-point lead for Xavier. Fall away from Thomas. Good. Yeah. Conwell, 3 from the wing. Short. Still has yet to find his shot. A lot of space for South Carolina. 7 to shoot. Thomas spinning and one. McKnight, Conwell, three. It was out, that's why.
It was out. It was hanging out, but good defense by Scott. Scott was really in his shorts, as coaches would say. No one, you can't let him make one.
Thomas drains the three.
He's averaging 6.3 per game so far this season. He's a 36% three-point shooter. He plays off the bench, John, but he's fourth on the team in minutes, 21.5 per game. He's an important piece. Thomas with the response.
And blocking shots, and if you're going to foul somebody, you foul them, but a lot of flopping on those, so that's huge as far as understanding that you can't do what you used to do last year.
Right on the drive, he dishes to a wide open Thomas.
Has enough time and comfort to do it. Doesn't matter how tall you are, how long you are, he's making that shot.
He's ultra efficient coming into tonight, 75% from the field. Jamarii Thomas, the fourth made three of the night. He's got 14 points.
Yeah, Jamarii Thomas overhelped, seeing that Robinson was in duress and thought that he may be able to get a steal, but you cannot gamble when you have somebody like Ty there being able to shoot that three.
Bozeman's for dunk, kicks it to Thomas.
Where Cam Scott fell slightly behind on that cut. TJ Grant took full advantage of the lane.
Bob was open. The pass a little off target, and Murray Boyles just making a new score over the top. Couldn't do it.
South Carolina terrific last season, an improvement of 15 wins. It's a big reason why Lamont Paris was the conference coach of the year.
These South Carolina guards are going to have to come to play. They play so much through their front court with Murray Boyles and Pringle, and that's a good sign right there. That would change so much for this Indiana offense. That's his first three of the year. He made a couple last year. Man, if he can spread the floor, that's going to give these Indiana guards and Umar Ballo some serious room to operate in the paint.
His third season on campus, they're expecting a lot from him. Largest lead for the Hoosiers now at 14. Deep three, and they knock it back to 11. 5 turnovers now for IU. Thomas pull up.
Solid there. You sell out for the steal, and then Ballo clears the way with that aggressive duck it inside.
21 points now for Rice. Thomas, he gets a layup on the other. Nope, play some defense. Rice pull up.
He did that. That was a great contest.
Some good defense. Studi back to Thomas. And he's got 2. How did he?
On opening night, 12.6 assists, was 6 for 8 from the field. Probably the most efficient Gamecock that night. Jordan Butler's in, the 7-footer, the transfer from Missouri. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas converts inside. It's knocked away from Taylor. Here comes Scott. Scott, the lob to Thomas. You know he's big man Jones. Krosky with moves. Thomas goes coast to coast. And that's what Dubinsky, and Bulldogs are now 10 for 15 in the second half. It's a 15-point lead for the Gamecocks. Thomas. Dubinsky stays with him. Almost a steal from Teal. Thomas. There's more of that athleticism. Finds Taylor. In and out. It's a great opportunity for South Carolina State. Instead, it's Thomas weaving his way inside. And one.
Yeah, hectic pace right now for both teams. Really not getting into their offensive sets yet. Once they cool down, we'll see some good basketball.
Zach Davis with the strip. And he feeds Jamarii Thomas for the
defensive intensity go down for South Carolina this last 3 or 4 minutes.
Thomas with the response for South Carolina. Mason Lee gets his pocket picked, and here's Jamarii Thomas up ahead with the jam. You know he's for Oriole. And we're side.
That's tough. That's tough. And who would think this is an NAIA guy? I mean, that just tells you the eye that Coach Driscoll has for talent.
Making the jump to D1. Thomas inside.